Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and a very special welcome to our hometown boy, Mr. Ryle. Welcome home. I know you hate it when I say that to you, Tony, but I love saying it. And also a special welcome to Minister Tolley, who is probably going to be our next MP, seeing as though we've been changed into the East Cape. A very special welcome to all our invited guests, and particularly Lance too, and your whānau. It's wonderful to have you down here. Believe me, we do have hot days here in Kawerau, but it's certainly not as tropical as where you come from, Lance. So also welcome to Lance One's whānau and Emily's whānau for coming along and on such a special day. Can I just say that because Lance knows me and Michelle knows me, there's been no special favours here to get this up and going. This has taken guts and determination from Lance and Emily, I have to say. One or two hot phone calls every now and again if things weren't quite going right and got a little bit off track, but it's, you know, too many things I hear around the country, and I know that Tony is okay with what I'm saying here. Too many stopgaps put in front of young people like Lance and Emily that make it difficult to get up and get into business and make things happen, and that's got to stop. It's got to stop right across our country, because it's just an absolute nonsense when for instance, Kawerau, we actually had 3 practices here not too long ago, and I was part of a team that tried desperately to keep our second doctor here with the visits, and basically he had just burned out, to be honest. And after he had left, we had Mountain View, which is a pretty important establishment here in Kawerau. The services were just not there, and when you've got a whole lot of old people in homes in the home down here, they don't wait around for Monday morning to get sick. People get sick all the time, and they just weren't getting the service. I know that Tupari Tower have had issues, and then Lance and Emily came along, and amazingly enough, when that happened, you don't have to wait for a doctor now. This has been happening for the last month or so, but you know, that's a nonsense when you have to wait for an opposition to come into your town to actually spark things off again. It's just ridiculous. So, you know, I'm excited about this venture. I personally am not registered with this centre, and I'm a little bit afraid that my doctor may see me here, because to go to him with any particular thing, especially any man problems, he's got big hands, I can tell you. So he can be a pretty robust sort of a guy. But the reality of it is, look, I have to say that my management team have actually said, Lance, you've been a great guy to do business with, and we look forward to keeping that relationship open. And Emily, once again, welcome. And you know, when you hear people like Lance too get up and say what he has said, isn't it great now that doctors are just not there particularly to get their hand in your pocket, like you do see some practices around. If you haven't got a fat banking account, you are a second-rate citizen in this country, and that really does not turn me on too well, because where the days gone when the Peter Lippers and the Errol Spencers have all gone, when they used to deliver babies and do all the other things and do house calls too, amazingly enough. So I'm not saying you have to do that, but hey, I'm just saying it is quite humbling to hear young people talk like this again, and you know, God bless the healthcare in New Zealand. Can I just say one thing too? And this is, I'm putting a bit of a plug in here, and Tony, you will owe me dearly for this, but for our hospital in Whakatane, you know, the late Colin Hammond, it was a real worry that we were going to lose our hospital in Whakatane, and he was a battler, and I know a friend of Tony, and I bet there was a lot of phone calls that went on during the late hours when we thought we were going to lose our facility in Whakatane. Just a couple of months ago, I just happened to go along to the doctor because I am a diabetic, and it was just a silly little thing, and I just asked for a blood pressure test. God Almighty, I ended up in A&E. And you know what? I have to say, and I know what everybody's going to think here. Oh, yeah, he's bloody mayor. He got a free ticket. It wasn't like that at all, because the lady that admitted me into the hospital, and she said, you know, they thought I'd had a heart attack, and I went, of course I haven't had a heart attack. I've just got a dizzy head, and you know, and I hadn't been drinking. But the amazing thing is that the lady that admitted me overnight and have the all the necessaries done, and they had me on the treadmill, and I came out of there, and I had a great warrant of fitness. But I happened to be on the Pakeke track, and I ran into her mountain biking, and she said to me she'd been up with the Crowleys staying, and she said, oh, she'd ran into the local butcher in Kawerau, and had him in hospital. And they said, that's not the local butcher, that's the local mayor. And she said to me, you didn't tell me you were the mayor. And I said, you didn't bloody ask. But the reality of it is, the service in Whakatane, Tony, is great, and we just need to keep it that way. So thank you very much for that. And I have to say that I'm a little bit sad that you're going to retire, because it is good to have a local boy every now and again if we need to put the hand up for our local community. However, I do have the utmost trust in our other ministers and that too. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for supporting these two young people in their venture. All the very best, Lance. Cheers. Thank you.